for some reason, our Dropbox has been off. So the things I've been sending, you know, people, Gene and my guys, they haven't gotten. So we got to fix that. But I just want to take a moment here to tell you there's been so much going on. You know, there's been so much going on that I'm so excited about right now with everything. I'm just getting up what Nathan has sent me. Lord, Gene Fletcher, okay, I got this. I got it. Yeah. I think I got everything set up right. Let's see how I do this. Because, you know, it's a lot of things. I don't know how to do a lot of things, man, when it comes to technology. So you know, you guys got to bear with me. And even if you see what I have here, this whole setup, this contraption of a setup I got, because my battery's low. I have one of those chargers. Hey, what's up, buddy? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Michael. This is AB number. AB numbers 4548. Mike, it was a pleasure to meet you. Where'd you meet me, buddy? The other day I brought your car up. Oh, wait, you brought my car up. Where? Where was I? Where was I? Maybe you shouldn't say anything. Mine. What's that? Mighty motivation? What is that? I wonder what was I with you? I better leave that alone. You were super cool. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you saying that. Try to remain true to who I am. Cheers to my Andrew. Appreciate you, buddy. You know. Elections. What's up? What's up? What's up? Back to you. With Jerry signed George Pickens. We're going to talk about that right now. Let's get to talk about that, Peyton, because here, let's first acknowledge what Jerry has done. And I appreciate Jerry going out and signing Quinnen Williams to that $105 million deal. Let me tell you why that's important. Because at this point now, with all of the monies paid to the offense, it benefits everybody, everywhere to say now, get this, here we're paying the big defensive player. Look at where we are here. This is a whole new defense put together with a whole new defensive coordinator. Right now, you would say Q is the biggest name and the best player on that defense, Quinnen Williams. I don't think anybody's going to have an issue making that statement. You know, anybody disagree with me? Right now, Quinnen Williams, most important player on that team defense right now, the best player on that defense, and the one that deserves a contract extension. Jerry goes and pays George Pickens right now. Now, he could do it now, I wouldn't mind. But if he did it before he rewarded Quinnen Williams, or before he put a carrot out in front of all of these new defensive players. You see what I'm saying? It could be something offensively, defensively, if we go and pay George Pickens in the top where he deserves to be paid, I may add. Echelon of money, then we're saying all that money on offense, and the guys on defense saying, yeah, well, what good is it for us? So they obviously ain't gonna pay no money on defense. So when he gets this deal, it sends shockwaves to all of these new players that are about to line up for the Dallas Cowboys on defense. Now they say, oh, he'll pay some guys on defense. That's why it was more important. Right now, to give that money to Quinnen Williams. Right now, to get that deal signed. Since we got George for at least this year, if anything, and then get time, you can try to work out a deal. Well, the window closed on a long-term deal. Pretty sure that's how that worked from that negotiating time. So now it was important to get Quinnen Williams for all of those new players on that defense. Right now, they needed to see that, and they needed to be motivated by it, and that's why I say Jerry Jerry did that. That was the right thing. The longer Jerry waits, the higher Pickett's price goes up. That is true too now. That is true. Because, you know, GSE ain't got a number, but you look, Zay Flowers, George Pickens is going to want Zay Flowers numbers, and if he gets another year on his belt, he certainly will have that. He'll be exceeding that. So, yeah, this is a game of chicken, cat, and mouse, however you want to call it. But I think Quinnen Williams was the right sign right now. Q had to get paid. Now I need everybody on defense to start saying, boy, I'm being next. I'm going to be next. You know, of course, you got Caleb Downs. So he got the first round money. And Q got the you been here money. Now everybody else work to go get their money. And the way they do that is by knocking out every damn body that touches a football in the other uniform. And then you too can get your big bank. You know what I'm saying? You can get your big bank. So that's what I'm talking about. Free agent looks at that too. Yeah, free agents look at it too. You're right. You're right. And free agency, he's talking about guys that we're going out to try to pick up and bring in. They're going to say, oh, okay. If we only paid the wide receiver only paid offense, they're going to start saying, wow, man, we don't even think about it. They don't take care of nobody on defense. That's another thing that stirs up a lot of things. And I know we jumped right into this because I want to congratulate Jerry and congratulate Q on his deal and them getting that deal done. And then you guys put me off on a tangent. I wanted to tell you a whole lot of things that's been going on with me here. Should I start blessing steroids? What? No, you shouldn't start blasting steroids, man. Listen. Let me say this. Because I hope you're not saying that. Dude, that you think, I had somebody ask me that about, I can tell you right now, I have absolutely never, ever taken any drug enhancing or any steroids. Never, ever taken any steroids. On God, and take everything. So I hope you're not saying anything thinking I do steroids, because that's not what I do. I'm just naturally what I am. You know what I mean? And I don't want you thinking that I do steroids and then you start doing stuff and you get yourself hurt. But I will put that on God himself all the way. And God can take everything I own right now. Live and I'm people, everything. I don't do steroids. Never do steroids, so don't play that game with me. I shouldn't have gone there, but I saw it. So I answered it because I care enough about you, buddy. That's why I want to say. I care enough about you to say that. You know. But there are things you can do too when you're working out to help you get the results you're looking for, you know. Maybe that's another show. I can help you out with that, you know. But you guys know I'm barbaric. Like, I work out, I'm just crazy. I'm literally crazy. I had Cain Vasquez, not Vasquez, on today. And we talked his story, you know, of course, the great fighter he was, but also what he's been through and what he's going through. And I don't know why I jumped off on this, but that was such a talk because of the time he had to spend in prison and all of that. It was a tough talk. I want you guys to check that out. Because I was telling you the things that I'm going through, the things that I've been dealing with, or the things that I've been experiencing. I shouldn't even say dealing with like it's a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing, but I'm experiencing things and seeing things and being around things. So let me give it to you. Let me tell you. Did you guys see? Last week, what was that? Yeah, well, the Hall of Fame. We had the Hall of Fame, which was incredible and was great. But then that Saturday, I went to Miami to give Mark Fletcher's mom, Linda Fletcher, the RV. Dude, what a day that was. See, these are the things I want to share with you. What a day that was, you know. It's so interesting how this all started, and I absolutely know this was God. It's all God, you know. Seeing her, who she is, what she does, how she does it, the type of person Linda Fletcher is. The moms, she's bringing all the moms together, everything, all the time. It's just, oh my God, it's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. And she drives to every game. She will not fly. And I went to meet with her because I had something on my mind and God had laid it on my heart. You know, after we did right here on this channel, we did a mother's interview. Because I was trying to ascertain, and I'm being straight with you, I'm trying to ascertain, like, you know, okay, these guys we have playing at Miami now are such different dudes. They're such good people. And I was like, okay, like, let me just say they're better than we were. They're better than we were. They just are. And I'm at a time, and I'm at an age, I'm at a stage, and I can say that, you know. There's a lot of stuff that we would do that I just don't see these young men doing. You know, they're better, and they're better because they have their families around them more. Like, our families didn't come with us. We were the hope for our family, but we didn't get a whole lot of help from our family in the areas like they do. The moms are on campus, the moms right there, the moms giving them support through school and everything. It really is a beautiful thing, and it's fascinating to watch because I've never seen that many moms and stuff when we were playing. You know, we'll see them after the games, but they didn't have a mom's coalition, of moms coming together, and each mom trying to help everybody. And so it's just a different thing. And that's why they have better young men now, honestly. And it's because of mothers like Linda and Dorian Minshew's mom and Malachi Tony mom. Man, I want to help them as much as I can, you know. And with Linda, this is who she is. This is who she is. The best thing you can do is present someone as they are. You got to worry about pretending this or faking this, coming up with this, coming up with that. We're putting on a show, Fletchers, with her going across the country, going like a word she likes to put and use, and a phrase she likes to say is going the long mile or the long route for her kid. I love that. Because everything in this world is so instant and so fast. We want in, we want out, we want right now. You know what I mean? Right now. So she's going the long mile and she's driving, and that RV was sick. I want y'all to understand. That RV was sick. My whole plan is really this. Really this. I hope and pray after we have this championship season and we follow Linda all over, and she does what she does, you know, she goes into other communities and be real giving and loving like she is, and help other mothers that are going through things. That's what we're planning doing. She's going to help other mothers in the cities, in the communities that we are going in to. Stanford, we're going to find people that she can help because that's her way. And so we're going to come in, and we're going to hug on them, and then we're going to hit them on game day. We're going to hug you the day before the game. We're good people. We good people too. Y'all good people. We good people. But we going to hit you on game day. You know what I mean? And let you know who we are. It is going to be an incredible ride. On that RV, when I was designing it, I put the road games on the one side that's on the door. Because remember, she's driving, she's going to be on the inside, the outside. The road games on that outside, and on that outside of the RV, and then the side with the door on. Stanford, all those games on the road. Mark Sr. on the door. He's saying as when she's traveling this road, going here, Stanford, going to these places, I'm on the door doing the protection. So that was the design. Now on the other side, I put all the home games and the beautiful Miami skyline in the back, showing the city of Miami. She's well protected over here because she's the U fam, and we will protect her. Everybody will protect her when it comes to Miami winning. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I'm gonna give you an example because remember last year when we got a young boy and we're getting ready to play in the playoffs, and somebody robbed him for his necklace. The U fam winning the action. Why? They found that joker, not the police, not the police. The community found that joker and said, you better return that now. Because we ain't got to have nothing stopping us from getting to that chip. I'm getting chip on. What? I'm getting chip on. What? That's what I love about that. You know what that is, man? For a whole community to come together right like that and tell y'all better return it now. We know who it is. We know what it is. You're going to return it now. That's how they got behind those boys last year, man. So, So they were able to do that. This is just an extension of that. And having her take this real good ride, not being cramped up in a car for so long. Let me tell y'all how this went down too, and you'll see this here. When I called her to meet with her, I swear to you guys, I called her and meet with her. I said, baby, listen, I want to talk to you about something. She said, okay. And she met me. We met at my boy's hotel, Ocean Manor, in Fort Lauderdale, out by the beach, grabbing lunch, and we were talking. I said, you know, God laid on my heart something I want to talk to you about. And she said, okay, you know, she's so sweet. She said, well, it's something I wanted to talk to you about also, Mr. Irvin. I guess stop calling you, Michael is fine, right? So I sat down with her. I said, well, what is it? You want to tell me first before I tell you? She said, yeah. She said, okay. She said to me, dude, she said, you know, she said, I've been taking RV driving lessons to get my license. And I'm just asking if you know anybody. I don't know how I would get an RV, but and I don't know, I can't afford an RV, but if you know anybody, I was like, are you joking? I promise y'all, I was like, I can't, this is wild. I said, I cannot believe you're saying this to me, because that's exactly why I'm calling you. That's why we're meeting. I said, I have a friend, and I want to put this together with you. Put this whole thing together with you. She was like, she just started crying. I mean, you know, because to me, that was like, this is such a God moment. Because I get people all the time saying to me, man, God told me to tell you this. God told me. I'm like, dude, ooh. And you don't know if someone's coming to deliver or to scheme you. But they always tell you God, and I'm like, God is powerful. If he taps you, he should have at least tapped me, gave me some other thing. You know what I mean? I'm not just take what you say, but I mean, you know, God can work. God's powerful enough to tap you. He could have let me know you were coming or something, do something like this moment right here. When she said that, before I told her, bam, that's God tapping both of us. That's the power of God. I was like, whoa, this is amazing. It's amazing, and it's right. It's right. When she told me that, it was right. So I'm telling y'all, guys, it's going to be so great. It's going to be so great to watch her. And if I have it my way, Mark keep running that ball like he was running that ball, boy, I'm gonna be in Jerry's ear. Trust me. Tonight. I'm leaving here. It starts at 6:30, right? You know, tonight I'm gonna be in Jerry's ear. Now we're gonna wait. I'm gonna drop it. And we'll start talking about it. But you see this? See, that's his kickoff season thing right there. They're doing it in Malibu right now. You see where it starts at 6:30. That's where I'm gonna have to go. But I'm supposed to be there right now. I gotta go work this thing. Boy, I gotta go work this thing for the season about to come up. What? And then let me finish telling you why I say it this way, y'all. Why I say it this way. Because if I have it my way, or I can't say it that way. I should say, oh God, should so see fit to bless me in a heavenly way. I would love, I'm gonna be in Jerry's ear all year as we in Miami run towards a national championship. And Mark has an incredible senior season and become available for the draft. I'm gonna be in Jerry's ear. Don't we need that running back there? So what I'm doing with Linda, we'll take it from Miami and place it right here. Well, right there in Dallas, since I'm in LA right now. It'll be right there in Dallas. And we're gonna keep it going. All the orange and green gonna turn to blue and gray. You know? The U on the front turn to a big star. And we go again, fetching the Fletchers. So I'm just letting you know that's the plan. I won't, because they're just such great people. They really are. And I love them like that. I am gonna do that, Steve. Steve said, do that. I'm gonna do that. What we gonna do this? Why I'm so glad. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy about everything, man. Love your football knowledge and the love for the game. I hate it. They don't give you the props as one of the best wide receivers ever. You know what? That don't, B. Jones, I appreciate that, B. But that don't bother me. I'm not gonna say it doesn't bother me, but I don't let it get to me. It bothers me, but it doesn't vex me. I don't let it get to me. Because every time, I promise you, I'm telling you dead ass, when I look at the list, and all those guys are great players. I'm not bothering anybody, they're great players. But when I look at the list, I see Jerry Rice, and honestly, I see nobody else. I played a total of about 9 years. Jerry played a total of about 18. He has 3 rings, and so do I. All this other stuff, people telling me about how many catches somebody has, I can't. And now, if we all had absolute standards, like everybody had 100 passes thrown their way, everybody had 100 first downs that they got to play on, 100 second down. But since it's all scattered, the only thing that I hold true to the calling of what I accomplished is the measure of the championship. I'm sorry. Because I got people that have caught a lot of passes and didn't win anything. And you want me to consider them one of the greatest of the game because they caught a lot of passes but didn't win anything. They ran for a lot of yards, but that just makes it a bit more difficult for me. Because your greatness must lead to some other kind of greatness. Or you must question how great were you. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that thought. I appreciate the love. You know what I mean? Yeah, me too, bro. Phil, my boy Phil. I'd rather have rings and things than stats. facts. That's facts, bro. That is facts. Because this, speaking the day I had Vince Young. I was talking to Vince Young today. That's what we were talking about. Right here at the Rose Bowl. How incredible that game was for him. He said his life went in a whole different direction after that. And I took my first Super Bowl ring right there at the Rose Bowl. So there's nothing like that. So that's why I don't mind when people, I don't let it run me crazy. Because the only person up there is Jerry Rice that I could truly be envious of. Because he has the 3 rings and the catches in the yards. Nobody else does. So if you're going to ask me, which is more important to me, I'm still going to say the rings. So I don't want that. I won't change my career with none of theirs. You know what I mean? That's just I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. So yeah, you guys know. You know about Fletcher. You know I'm going down here to get Jerry absolutely right. Now, I was at the Chargers football practice yesterday. It was cool, dude. It was real cool. I really love going to camp. I saw Coach, saw my boy Quinnen Johnson, because TCU, got to talk to Phil McConkey, all of them. Trey Harris, man, it was just being at camp is cool, man. I miss that stuff. Can't wait to see what happens. And talk to Coach Harbaugh, I can't wait to see what happens with the Chargers. And I saw Keen, the Joku, Dizel, all the you boys, everything, man. I cannot wait. I gotta go. I gotta get in. Jerry gonna be calling me soon. So I gotta get my butt and go down here. Next year, right. I know you got to overlap things up. Yeah, that was interesting too, though, because I was talking about who was I talking about? Who's I getting ready to talk to? He got 900. Keenan Allen. We were talking about this. Keenan Allen, because at the Chargers, right? At the Chargers, and we were talking. Keenan Allen has 950 receptions. I had 650. Yes, 950 receptions, but close to that 11,000 yards. I have 650 receptions for 11,000 yards. Keenan, the bad man. So, but he has 300 more receptions than I do. 300 more receptions. I wish I would have caught 1,000 receptions. I believe if I did, I would have 5 rings, at least, to keep verified. You see what I'm saying? It's just my thought. It's just my thought. If I had just played that long, because that many passes. I'm saying I have 3 and I have this many, and you saying, well, I would have 5 or 6. I'm just telling you, just be happy I only stayed at 3. You know what I mean? I gotta go see Jerry. But I heard in that practice between the Rams and the Cowboys. I heard that Cowboys, they did their thing. But I know we got Aaron Donald moving around, about to come back, but that was important. I saw Dak talking about let's play for the clock. Remember what I told you last year when Brian Schottenheimer first took over? I said what makes the difference is competing under pressure. You gotta become bed buddies with pressure, competing under pressure. So that's what I love when I heard Dak yipping and yapping at the Rams. Let's play for the clock. Let's go. That's who gets the clock. The man who wins. That's saying confident. This is after Dak has already said this whatever offense, best offense of all time, or greatest offense. This is greatest offense there is. There is. God, greatest offense there is. That's what I'm saying. See, they are bounding themselves in the way they're planning on playing with their tongue right now, and that makes the difference. We're not talking about money, we're talking about great things. like being a great offense, like coming together on this defense. We can't wait to show you this is going to be a different year. And that's why I told y'all I may have one of them great years, one of them back of the backers, where Miami does what they do, and then Dallas do what it do. It'll be no. I will be insufferable. You go ahead. I can see people talking about me now. I'm sick of them. Get them out of here. We don't want to hear them anymore. I can see it. I can see it. It would be crazy what we will do if I do that. Right? Today is yours. Make today yours. Y'all love the Dallas Cowboys for life, my girl. I signed your friend jersey at the Hall of Fame game. He was, okay, little tomboy wearing a green CD Lamb jersey. Yeah, it was, well, it wasn't at the game, it was at the ceremony. When I was coming in, I think for lunch, for doing that Niski luncheon. We were at the stadium though. How many games the boys winning this year? I did this today with Rich Eisen on my show, talking about how many games. Now, Rich Eisen, and I'm telling you this so you don't think it's, home and love. Rich Eisen had the Cowboys at 12-5. We went through the list. At 12-5. Now, Rich is not a Cowboy fan. He's a Jet fan. But I like when I'm hearing other people put the Cowboys in those kinds of numbers. You know what I mean? A lot of people are saying the Cowboys, are giving the Cowboys some nod. Now, the only thing is, I know in Miami, you can give them all the nod you want. Mario Cristobal has his hand on everybody's throat. We gonna look at one damn game at a time. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna put his hand on everybody's throat. Dallas has to make sure that they're able to focus their attention to what's at hand and not trying to project and worry about games that are in front of them. Just the game that sits right in front of you, then they have a chance. And then, we'll look forward meeting the Rams or the Chargers out here. One of them on their home turf, you know what I mean? Because that's what I asked the Chargers the other day too. Like, the Buccaneers has done it, the Buccaneers did it, and the Rams have done it. Could they be the third team to win a Super Bowl in their home stadium? See, nobody's talking about that, but I did. All right, I gotta go. Wait, let's see. Do you think if Pickens balls out this season, they sign him long term with CD? I do think that Pickens. No, I don't think. I know. Trust me, I know. And I'm gonna go bend his ear right now, and I will let you know what I know as we go. I promise you that. We miss Playmaker Swagger on TV. There's some things. I would definitely be on TV somewhere. You'll see. And congrats, Playmaker. I appreciate that on the production company. Do you have more shows? Yes, so many shows playing. I got great shows playing. But like this, I want to be real things, real people's stories, real life stuff. And I want to have to hire somebody to make up this and make up that. We got enough real life drama going on to fill up tons and tons of TVs and production shows, just so much real life stuff. And if we're willing to share and talk about it, then that's the whole word. That's the word. That's how we help each other. That's why we tell these stories. And when I say that's the word, that's what the word says. Confess one to another. Pray ye one for the other. In this, we shall find healing. Now, let me go confess some things to Jerry so he can confess them to me, and we can find healing and how to get to a championship. Because this 30-year drought has brought great pain, and we got to go find some healing.